Hi and welcome to my new tutorial. In this tutorial we will create a simple invoices app. As you see, I have created one and deployed to Elastic Beanstalk. This is our front page and it's our list of our invoices. So let's create a new invoice. This is our form. Fill out this form. So let's say our company will be Mercedes. Corporation which has address and address line 2. It also has number. Our contingent will be BMW corporation which has address 2. The phone. Our ID of our invoice will be 2. That's because of I've already created one invoice. So let's pick the date. For example, 31st October. This is a table of our items we can add or delete item. So let's add one item. Item number 3. Short description. At the price of the item, let's say, will be $40 and the quantity will be, I don't know, 4. And now you see our subtotal is automatically generated. Let's add a currency, for example US dollar. Also we can add taxes. I don't know, let's say $200, and this is our total generated. Click show invoice, and now this is preview of our invoice. We can print it out. So let's click print, and now it will look like this on the paper. We can save it as PDF or print it. Okay, now once we are ready, we can submit our payment. Go back to front page, and this is our invoice. Also we can search by date range. For example, if we search from 1st October to 2nd, now click search, and now we can see we have no invoices during this period of time. So let's go back and pick date range from 1st October to 1st November. Here are all our invoices. So let's start and create the similar app. Open up the terminal. You should have Ruby and Ruby on Rails installed. Currently I'm working on Rails 4.2.3. So let's type Rails new invoices. Our database will be PostgreSQL. Press enter. Now it will create our blank app. Okay, cd to our app. You should open up your text editor. I prefer Sublime Text. Now drag and drop your project to Sublime Text, and now let's take a look at our gem file. Here is our gem file, so let's make some changes. First of all, I'm going to remove turbo links and add gem called Puma. This is our web server. Save gem file. Go back to terminal and type bundle install. This will install our Puma web server. Also, don't forget to remove turbo links from your application.js file and application HTML ERB. Fine. Okay, Puma server is installed, so let's create our invoice model. Rails G scaffold invoice, and our invoice has amount, which is decimal. It has company, contingent, currency, and date of date. Press enter and it will create our controller, model, views, and also migration file. So let's take a look at our migration and make some changes. Add precision to our amount, precision and scale. Default will be 0. Save this file. Go back to terminal and type rig db create and db migrate. Okay, fine. Now we have our table invoices with these columns. Next, open up routes file, uncomment this line and change the word welcome to invoices. Okay, now we are ready to start our server. Rails as Puma. Our server started, so go to localhost port 3000, and this is our invoices app, the front page, index page. This is a list of our invoices, so let's create the first invoice. Our amount will be, for example, 1000. Company will be our company. Contingent will be contingent. Let's say currency will be US dollar, or maybe we can choose British pound. This is our date. We can change our date and create invoice. Okay, this is our first invoice. So the next step will be to initialize our Git repository. So let's git init add and commit our latest changes. Create invoice model. Fine. Next step will be to set up our deployment. So we should deploy our app to Amazon Elastic Beanstalk. First of all, let's install Elastic Beanstalk CLI command line interface. If you are working on Linux machine, you can install it with pip like this, sudo pip install AWS EBCLI, or if you are working on Macintosh, you can install with Homebrew. Okay, install our CLI and then initialize it. eb init, press enter, and now we'll be prompted to select our region. By default it's US West Oregon, so just press enter. Create new application. The name of our application will be invoices, so press enter. Yes, we're using Ruby. Type yes. Ruby to the latest Ruby with Puma. Press enter. If you want to set up SSH, we can type yes and then choose your SSH key pair. I have created this key pair, so I type 1. You can choose number 4 and then it will create new key pair for you. Okay, now press enter and we are ready. Okay, now let's take a look at our status, git status. And now see that our git ignore file is modified. Yeah, Elastic Beanstalk has added these 4 lines to our git ignore file, and also we have a new folder. This is our configuration YAML file. Okay, let's commit our latest changes. Git add and git commit. Modify dot git ignore. Nice, and now we are ready to create our environment. Let's type eb create invoices env. This is the name of our environment. Also, let's set up our service role. What this service role? If you open your console, you can navigate to IAM console and then create new role. This is a console where stored all your users and roles. So after creating the new role, you should follow these instructions. Use this documentation and then attach this policy. Just copy and paste this policy. This is our topic: service roles, instance profiles, and user policies. So after creating your role, you should copy and paste here the name of this role. My name is Elastic Beanstalk. AWS Elastic Beanstalk service role. Elastic Beanstalk service role. Okay, and let's choose our database. Database engine Postgres. This is an RDS instance we'll be using. Postgres. Okay, now press enter. And we are prompted to enter DB username. My username will be root. Choose password. And now we are ready to create our environment. This is a long process for about, I don't know, from 10 minutes. So I'll be back once it's ready. And finally it has been created. So let's navigate to our Elastic Beanstalk console and take a look. Note that the color of our environment is red, so that means something went wrong. Check out our logs, and this is our error. Okay, now let's try to fix this out. First of all, we should create our rake secret. This is a secret of our application, and send it to our software configuration. So it should be there. Okay, now type eb set env secret key base equals to this key. Copy and paste it here. Press enter. Okay, meanwhile, let's edit our database YAML file to work with Amazon RDS database. First of all, change the name of our database to the environment variable, like this. Our environment variable is RDS DB name. Our username will be RDS username. The password will be RDS password. Also add host. Host will be RDS host name. The port RDS port. Okay, now check this out. DB name, username, password, host name and port. Okay, file and back to terminal. Now know that we successfully deployed configuration. So let's take a look. Refresh this page. And go back to software configuration. Okay, now our secret key base here. Fine. Next, now we can see our health is okay. But it's still not working, so we should commit our latest changes. So let's type git add and git commit modify database YAML file to work with RDS-DB. And now just deploy our app, eb deploy. Press enter. Let's wait a minute. Okay, seems like it's deployed. Yes, update is completed. The health is okay, so let's try to open our website, and this is our website. Let's close our local host. This is our front page, list of invoices. That means our deploy is completed successfully. And what we have done exactly? First of all, we have created our EC2 instance. Here is this. Also, we created our S3 bucket and store all the environment data to it. We created our load balancer. We created our RDS instance, our database. You can view your instances in the proper management console. For example, your EC2 instance in EC2 console, RDS in RDS console. You can view your bucket in S3. So by typing just one command like eb create, we have created all this stuff. So that's a great thing, a great feature. And note, this is absolutely free. So you don't pay for Elastic Beanstalk, you just pay for your instances, for your AWS resources. Okay, great. Now seems like it's all for today. We have created our app, we have created our model invoice and successfully deployed to Amazon Elastic Beanstalk. So that's all for today, and bye bye.